Good morning and welcome to my class. I'm Ms. Vandana Gupta, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. So today we are going to solve some more problems on shares. So let me just revise what we did in the last class. We know how to find out the total dividend. Total dividend is always calculated on the face value. Okay. So dividend is equal to rate of dividend is actually the percentage of the face value. And if you want to calculate the total dividend, you first calculate the dividend on one share and multiply it by the number of shares, you will get the total dividend. So total dividend is rate of dividend into face value divided by 100. It's the percentage of face value, correct? So percentage means out of 100. So 8% rate of dividend, the meaning is if the face value is 100, 8 rupees is the dividend received. Okay. So total dividend is given by this formula, rate of dividend into face value into number of shares divided by 100. In this formula, you see that there are four things: total dividend 1, rate of dividend 2, face value 3, and number of shares 4. If out of these four, if you are given any three, you can calculate the fourth. Then we have seen what is the market value and what is the meaning of purchase price and selling price. See, market price of a share is the price at which it is available in the market. It may not be same as the face value. Okay. When you are buying and or selling the shares, it is done through a brokerage firm, and you have to pay the commission on that commission, which is called as a brokerage. So while purchasing the shares, you add the brokerage in the purchase price. For example, if the market price of a share is say 100 rupees, and if you are paying the commission or brokerage at 2%, so for you, the purchase price will become what? Purchase price will become 100 plus 2, correct? So that is 102. Okay, if brokerage is 2%. Brokerage is 2%. And if you are selling the shares, when you sell, you will receive the payment. You will receive the amount. Okay. So for you, selling price of the share will become, suppose you have sold one share, okay, and the market price is 100. You are paying 2% as brokerage. So in your hand, you will not get entire 100 rupees. From that 200 rupees, the rupees 2 is going for the brokerage. So you will get 100 minus 2, that is 98. So to calculate the purchase price, brokerage is added in the market price. To calculate the selling price, brokerage is subtracted from the market price. Then to calculate the amount invested, what we do, how, see, when you are investing the amount investing, you invest the amount when you purchase the shares. Okay. See here. When you purchase the share, you invest the amount. And when you sell the shares, you get the amount. So amount received and amount invested. They are two different terms. Amount invested, how much amount you have invested to purchase the shares, that will be equal to purchase price of one share. And if you multiply that purchase price of one share by number of shares, you will get the amount invested. Similarly, if you have to find out how many shares are purchased, then it will be equal to amount invested divided by purchase price of one share. See, if you want to calculate number of shares purchased, it will be amount invested divided by this purchase price. Similarly, amount received. How much amount is received? When you will receive the amount? When you sell the shares. So here comes the selling price. Selling price of one share multiplied by number of shares sold. And if you have to find out how many shares are sold, what you will do? It will be amount received divided by selling price of one share. So today we are going to solve the problems based on these two formulas. So this problem we have already done in the last class, so I'm not doing it again. This also we have done. and find the face value. These three problems we have done in the last class. Let us see the fourth one now. Okay. Read the question. Mr. Vijay invested in shares of face value ₹10. Mr. Vijay invested in shares of face value ₹10. At 6% rate, he received a total dividend of 62.40. How many shares did he purchase? As I told you before also, that whenever you get any question, you read it and try to write down what is given in the question and what is asked to you. So we will write down in the solution what is given. So what is given to you? That the face value is ₹10. So we will write down face value is 10. At 6% rate, that means what? The rate of dividend is 6%. So here I have written rate of dividend is 6%. And also you are given that he received a total dividend of 62.40. That means what is this amount 62.40? It is total dividend. So I have written here total dividend is 62.40. Can you see this? And what you have to what is asked to you? How many shares did he purchase? So you have to find out number of shares. Okay. So whatever you have to find out, you call it as X. So let the number of shares be X. Now here in this problem, total dividend is given to you. So that gives you an indication that you have to use the formula of total dividend. So write down the formula. Total dividend is equal to, you know, that rate of dividend divided by 100 into face value into number of shares. Into number of shares. In this formula, whatever is given to you, write it down. So what is total dividend? It is 62.40. So write down here 62.40. Okay. What is rate of dividend? It is 6%. So write down 6 into. What is face value? It is 10. Number of shares you have to find out. So we are calling it as X. So in place of number of shares, I will put X divided by 100. Now what you have to do is keep the left hand side as it is and calculate the right hand side. Okay. So what is right hand side? It is 6 into 10 divided by 100. So it will give you, when you calculate it, it will give you 0.6. Six into 10 divided by 100 will give you 0.6, and this X you keep as it is. And the left hand side is 62.40. So if you have to find out the value of this X, this term has to be shifted to the other side. So it will divide. So 62.40 divided by 0.6. Find out how much it is. It comes out to be 104. That means the value of X is 104. And what was our X? It was number of shares. Therefore, number of shares he purchased is 104. Also remember that number of shares will always be a whole number. Whole number means what? A number without decimal point, without fraction. So there is no fraction here. Number of shares cannot be in decimal. You cannot say that he has got 104.9 or 104.6. Okay, there should not be any decimal in that. So number of shares is 104. So the answer is that number of shares he purchased is 104. Therefore, number of shares is equal to 104. And this completes the problem. Let us go to the next problem. I hope you have understood this. Look at this question. A person sold 400 shares at rupees 55, each paying 0.5% brokerage. What is the net amount received by him? Look at in this question, what is given to you. See, every question is different. You have to read and write down what is given and what is asked you. So what is given here? Person sold 400 shares. So you are given that number of shares sold is 400. So let us write down. Number of shares sold equal to 400. Okay. At what price it is sold? At rupees 55. That means what is this 55? It is the market price. Okay. So market price is equal to 55. And, sold at rupees 55, paying 0.5% brokerage. So what is this? What is the brokerage here? Brokerage is given as 0.5%. Always remember that brokerage is calculated on the market price. जैसे rate of dividend is calculated on the face value. Okay, rate of dividend is 8%. Meaning what? If the face value is 100, dividend is 8 rupees. Similarly, brokerage is calculated on the market price. So 0.5% brokerage, the meaning is if the market price is rupees 100, then the brokerage is 0.5. So it is 0.5% of the market price. The meaning of this is 0.5% of market price. Okay. Now what is asked to you here? What is the net amount received by him? See, when he is selling the shares, he will receive the amount. जब आप बेचोगे तो आपको पैसा मिलेगा. You will receive the amount. How much amount he has received, that you have to find out. So what is the net amount received by him? So you have to find out amount received. This you have to calculate. So put a question mark over there. Okay. How will you find out the amount received? To find out the amount received, you must know what is the selling price of one share. एक शेयर को बेचने पर कितना पैसा हारा है? If you multiply it by number of shares sold, then you will get the amount received. Look at this formula. Amount received, it is equal to selling price of one share multiplied by number of shares sold. So we have to first find out selling price of one share. Okay. Okay. So amount received, you know that it is equal to selling or sales price of one share multiplied by number of shares sold. Okay. So to find out the amount received, you need to know what is the selling price of one share and what is the number of shares sold. So number of shares sold is already given to you. It is 400. So what now you have to find out selling price of one share. You know what is the selling price of one share? It is the market price minus brokerage, correct? So I'll write down here. Sales price of one share that when you have to find out the sell price, you have to subtract the brokerage from the market price. It is market price minus brokerage. How much is the market price given to you? 55. Look at here, 55. And what is the brokerage? 0.5%. So it is 55 minus 0. It is not 0.5. Many students, they make mistake. They subtract 0.5 from 55. It is not 0.5. It is 0.5% of market price. What is market price? It is 55. Okay. So it is equal to 55 minus 0.5% of 55. How will you calculate? 0.5 divided by 100 into 55. Remember here, this is the common mistake made, which students they commit. What is that mistake? They just subtract 0.5 from 55. It will give you 54.5, which is wrong. You don't have to subtract 0.5. It is brokerage is 0.5%. Percent of what? Of market price. Market price is 55. So 0.5% of 55. How do you calculate the percentage? 0.5% means 0.5 divided out of 100, 0.5 into 55. Okay. So calculate that. So which is equal to 55 minus. Now you have the calculator in your hand. Use the calculator. As I told you, you have to sit with the calculator. So 0.5 multiplied by 55 divide by 100. So you will get 0.275. Correct? Subtract this from 55. So you will get 54.72. So this is the selling price of one share. Okay. So now you have got the selling price of one share. So you can now find out the amount received. Therefore, amount received is equal to, what is the amount received? Selling price of one share multiplied by number of shares sold. Number of shares sold is 400. What is selling price of one share? We got it as 54.725. Multiplied by number of shares sold, that is 400. Answer 54.725 multiplied by 400. If you multiply this, you will get 21. This much 21,890. So this much amount he will receive after selling shares, 400 shares. Okay, 21,890. I hope you have understood this. Write in the chat box. So I hope you have understood this question. Go to the next one. I think this problem we have already done in the last class. Look at this question. Mr. Shah invested rupees 1,20,480 to buy equity shares of a company at market price of rupees 480 at 0.4% brokerage. Find number of shares he purchased. Read the question, try to understand and write down what are the things given to you. This way you have to do the plan now. Okay. So what is given to you here? Amount invested. How much amount was invested? 1,20,400. Look at this figure. This is the amount invested. Mr. Shah invested this much to buy shares of a company at market price of rupees 480. That means what is the market price when he bought the shares? It is 480. And what is the brokerage? He paid 0.4. Don't write just 0.4. Always write 0.4%. Brokerage is always calculated as a percentage. 0.4%. What you have to calculate? Number of shares he purchased. So you have to find out number of shares purchased. This you have to calculate. Okay. Now, how do you find out number of shares purchased? It is equal to amount invested divided by purchase price of one share. So number of shares purchased when you are purchasing, you are investing them. So here it will come amount invested divided by purchase price of one share. Okay. Now, so look at here, amount invested is already given to you. Okay, this is given to you. You have to find out the purchase price of one share. What is the purchase price? How do you calculate the purchase price? Purchase price of a share is equal to market price plus brokerage. When you purchase the share, brokerage is always added in the market price. So what is the market price? It is given to you as 480. 480 plus what is the brokerage? 0.4%. Again, I'm telling you, don't just write 0.4 and add it to 480. It will be wrong. It is 0.4% of market price. What is market price? 480. Calculate this. So it is 480 plus 0.4% of 480. How will you calculate? 0.4 divided by 100 into 480. This is how we calculate the percentage. Percentage meaning out of 100. So 0.4% means out of 100, 0.4. So what is out of 480? Multiplied by 480. Now what you have to do is use your calculator and solve this. So it is 480 plus 0.4 into 480 divided by 100. 0.4 into 480 divided by 100. That gives you 1.9. When you add it to 480, you will get 481.9. So this is what is the purchase price of one share. Okay. So now you know amount invested is already given. Purchase price of one share also you have calculated. So now when you can find out number of shares purchased. So let us go to the next slide and do this calculation. Therefore, number of shares purchased is equal to amount invested divided by purchase price of one share. Now, amount invested is already given to you, 1,20,480. So 1,20,480. And what is the purchase price we just calculated? 481.92. This is 481.92. Okay. So divide this and see how much you are getting. You are getting 250. That means how many shares are purchased? 250. Therefore, number of shares purchased is 250. See here, as I told you before also, your answer should come as a whole number. Again, what is the meaning of whole number? Whole number means a number without decimal. Okay. For example, if I'm getting the answer like this, suppose I get the answer 245.8. So this is not a whole number. It will not be accepted because number of shares cannot be in decimal. Either it should be 245 or 246 or 250, okay, without decimal. So if you are getting a whole number, your answer is correct. If suppose you are getting the answer in decimal, that means somewhere you have made some mistake. So you can check once again. Understood? So here we are getting number of shares as 250. Let us see the next one. See, in the previous problem, we have the amount was invested, correct? And so we have calculated number of shares purchased. When the amount is invested, you purchase the shares. Okay. In the next problem, amount is received. Received, when you receive the amount, if you have sold the shares, correct? So in this problem, we will calculate number of shares sold. Let us read the question. Salim received rupees 1,07,784 after selling shares of a company at market price of rupees 540 at 0.2% brokerage. Find the number of shares he sold. Okay. यहाँ पर amount is received. So the shares are sold. So you have to find out number of shares sold. So let us first of all write down what are the given things. So what is given to you here? Amount received. Which amount is received? 1,07,784. What is the market price? It is 540. And what is the brokerage? Brokerage is 0.2%. What you have to find out? Number of shares sold. To find out number of shares sold, what you must know? You must know what is the selling price of one share. जब तक आपको selling price ही पता नहीं होगा, how will you find out the number of shares sold? So first of all, we have to find out the selling price of one share. So we will find out sell price of one share. When you find out the selling price of one share, brokerage is always deducted from the market price. Okay, look at here. जब आप परचेज प्राइस निकालते हैं तो ब्रोकरेज को ऐड करते हैं. प्रीवियस प्रॉब्लम में हमने देखो ब्रोकरेज को ऐड किया था मार्केट प्राइस में. जब अपन को सेलिंग प्राइस निकालना है तो ब्रोकरेज को हम सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे मार्केट प्राइस में. नाउ व्हाट इज द मार्केट प्राइस? इट इज गिवन टू यू एज 540. So 540 minus brokerage. How much is the brokerage? 0.2%. So it is 0.2%. Percent of what? Of market price. What is market price? It is 540. This is equal to 540 minus 0.2 upon 100 into 540. Calculate this. It is 540 minus, find out what is 0.2% of 540. Use your calculator. You can do along with me. 0.2 into 540 divide by 100. So you will get 1.08. When you subtract this from 540, you will get 538.92. Just check whether you are getting the same answer. So selling price of one share is 538.92. Okay, are you getting this? Okay, fine. Now what you have to do? You have to find out the number of shares sold. What is the formula to calculate number of shares sold? Number of shares sold is equal to amount received. कि आप शेयर्स को सोल्ड कर रहे हैं, सेल कर रहे हैं ना, तो आपको अमाउंट रिसीव होगा डिवाइडेड बाय selling price of one share. I'm writing in short, selling price of one share. Now, what is the amount received? That is given to you, 1,07,784. With the amount received. And what is the selling price? 538.92. 538.92. Divide this. How much you are getting? Anybody has calculated? Somebody has calculated 200. Correct. Very good. So how many shares are sold? 200. Therefore, number of shares sold is equal to 200. Correct? Again, see, number of shares sold is a whole number. It is not in decimal. Okay? If you are getting the answer in decimal, that means somewhere you have made a mistake. So you can go back and check. I hope you have understood. So today we have solved problems to calculate amount received, amount invested, how to find out number of shares purchased, how to find out number of shares sold. And all these problems, brokerage was involved. Okay. Two more problems were there, but I think we don't have time, so we will do in the next class. So you just go through this solution and see if you have not understood anything, you can ask me. Again, everything you have to write down on a notebook, okay, so that at the time of examination, it is easy for you to, study. So just go through it. So some few more problems tomorrow we will solve, and tomorrow we will also see how to find out the profit and the net gain in shares. Okay, so those type of problems we will do, and these remaining two problems. So I've tried to taken here each type of problem. Thank you so much.